Thank you, Phyllis. That was awesome. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Bloomington. I'm Dan Pekarski, and I am the song leader for today. So please stand and join us in singing our first song of the new year together. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. Who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. Changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. Thank you. You all may be seated, and we're going to do one more song.
Okay. We've got greet your neighbor first. Greet your neighbor. Greet your neighbor. Okay, if you would turn to your neighbor, get up and walk around to your neighbor and say Happy New Year. Welcome.
We'll do that after. Hi. I'm all over this place, sorry.
It's okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
remember a while ago, it's probably been a decade, but there was a trio here who sang that song, and it was kind of like a Andrews Sisters or Shangri-La or something like that. It was very, very nice. Thank you, music team. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year! For those of you who don't know me, my name's Dave Kid, and I've been with Unity of Bloomington for 20 years, a little over 20 years. And I've served in a number of different roles. I've been with the Youth and Family Ministry. I've been on the board as secretary and president. If you watch online, you'll see me as service leader up here a lot of times, sometimes meditation leader. And today, I'm really, really honored to get to facilitate all of us through these two ceremonies that we'll be going through or participating in together today. Unity of Bloomington, or Unity in general, isn't really big on ceremony and ritual. It's more about the tools and the practices that we use on a daily basis. My earrings are I'm going to take these off because it's a little annoying. But I grew up Catholic, like many of us did. And then as an adult, I kind of gravitated to Eastern spirituality and became interested in Buddhism and Sikhism, and they are very ritual heavy. So as an adult, I started to really understand the value of using ceremony and using ritual to anchor in certain experiences. And there are 2 times of the year that I find using ceremony and ritual especially helpful. One is on our birthdays. I don't think birthdays get enough. As an adult, a lot of times we're like, it's my birthday. Sometimes we don't even tell people. But that's the day that you incarnated into this life. And every year, you come back to that same spot. So you have an opportunity for introspection, self-reflection, and intention. And the second is a day like today, where we're at this crossroads or a gateway of the year that's gone by, the year that's coming up, and again, it's a point of reflection. So that's what we're going to be embarking on today. This is a little bit of a different experience than our typical Sunday service. I was telling Aaron about that earlier. Today, we will be doing 2 ceremonies. One is the burning bowl ceremony. The other is the white stone ceremony. And in between, we'll have a little bit of a respite, and our music team will gift us with some music. And then we will close out the service today, much like we do our other Sunday services, with gifting and gratitude and our peace song together. So, tell me a little bit about, when you think of fire, what are some of the words that come up for you? Just yell them out. Warmth. Cleanse. Destruction. Release. Okay. Great. Yeah, absolutely. Fire represents a lot of these things. In Unity, we love our metaphors because they help our brains really make sense of more complicated theoretical kinds of ideas. And it can also help us bring into current day some things that may have happened a while ago, like stories from the Bible we take as metaphor so that we can understand what does this mean in today's context. So when we think of fire as a metaphor, and we think of the qualities of the fire, light. In Unity, light represents awareness, sometimes insight. When you shine a light on something, maybe you know something that had been hidden that you didn't know before. Warmth. When we come and we greet the fire, and I'm so happy that we're arranged in a semicircle and people can come from every direction because we say, gather round the fire. And warmth can sometimes represent community, which is what we have. How many of you have ever participated in a burning bowl or a white stone ceremony? Okay, we've got lots of experience and lots of support here. So feel that sense of community, that hug of support and experience that's here today. And then, Jack, I think you mentioned destruction of the fire, right? You said warmth. Roy said destruction. Okay, great. Got to give credit where credit is due. All right, thank you, Roy. That's really, really important, especially for today, because what we're using the fire for is to disrupt, to help us release something. And we have to change it up, and fire is changing it up. I mean, it's rearranging molecules, right? Changing states of things. Very, very powerful. So what we're going to be doing is going on a journey together, a meditative journey together. And as you go on the journey, there may be some things that come up for you. It might be at the beginning of the journey. It might be during the journey. We're cooking a little bit in here. It might be at the end of the journey. But something may come up that you feel like, this is something that's ready to be let go of. So perfect song, I release, let go. So it may come to you in the form of a word, or a phrase, or a picture, an icon, a symbol of some kind. And what you will do, when you came through the door, you were handed these pieces of flash paper. And you should have a Sharpie, and if you don't, then raise your hand, and our greeters will help you out there. But when that thing comes up for you, write it on the flash paper, and then at the end of the meditation, we'll have some time to sit in the silence. When you feel ready, you can approach the fire and offer up what you'd like to release, and it's gone. And then you come back and sit in your seat. So, does anyone have any questions before we get started in that part of the service? Okay, everybody's ready, right? So, if you will sit comfortably in your chairs, maybe uncross your legs, uncross your hands, and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow your body just to sink into the chair. Pay attention to your forehead, your eyes, your mouth. Maybe let your teeth separate a little bit and relax your tongue. Take another deep inhale and raise your shoulders. And as you exhale, allow them to settle down. Good, good. Pay attention to your hips. Just allow them to relax. If it feels comfortable to you, you can close your eyes. Relax your feet and your hands. Imagine yourself standing at the base of a hill. Now, some friends have told you that at the top of this hill, there's a beautiful view. And you've been wanting to see this view. You've wanted a different perspective for some time. The day is mild, and you think, today is the day. So you bring along your backpack, and you approach the hill with excitement. And you take your first steps, walking easily, breathing easily, and just noting the plants and the animals, and taking it all in. And you breathe. This first part of the journey feels very easy. But as time goes on, you start to notice your legs are feeling a little bit more solid. You can feel your feet and your shoes a little bit more. And you can feel the weight of the backpack on your back. It's a little distracting, but you can still hear the sounds of the animals, the birds, the wind in the trees. And you're still able to look around and notice the plants and the beauty all around you. And you breathe. After some time, you're getting close. You're getting close to the summit of that hill, and you can feel it. You can feel how hard you have worked to climb the hill. You can feel some fatigue in your legs and your feet. You can feel your shoulders start to kind of compensate for the weight of the backpack. The straps are starting to chafe a little bit. And you're ready. You're ready to reach the summit of that hill, and you breathe. Finally, you reach that summit. You take your last step and you see what your friends had been telling you about. Suddenly, all of your fatigue starts to dissipate as you look around, all around you, and see the valley below, other hills. You see the stream running past. Even in your excitement, you're feeling the effort that you put into this hike up the hill, and you notice that someone so generously built a bench on top of this hill, and you gratefully go over to the bench. Allow your backpack to just slide off of the back of your shoulders. You take a seat and you breathe. After a few moments, you stand up, wanting to see a little bit more of the view. Immediately after standing up, you realize this lightness of being without the heavy backpack on. And you walk around just enjoying the lack of gravitational pull. Walking back toward the bench, you see your backpack lying there, and you wonder, could I continue my journey without this backpack? and you breathe. Take a moment now to think of anything in your